I've had an incredible weekend at work, of course, never disappoints. I don't know what is up with people. They either, I'm going to do this on a small one. People either are just one way or another. All of us poor aides work short again. I don't know what's wrong with the world. I guess people don't like nursing anymore. And it's okay. It is what it is. But I've been thinking about my drawing that I want to do, which is the important thing of the day. And we're going to get this grinded out. I even emptied my pencil sharpener. I've been having this image in my head, and today it's coming out. And one of my friends, she's a really good spiritualist. She told me I just need to draw it out. So that's what I'm going to do today. But I hope everybody had a good weekend. I mean, mine wasn't terrible. It's not like I'm being tortured or anything. I'm just working. I mean, it is what it is for definitive purposes, but you gotta work sometime. I wouldn't be able to come over here if I didn't work. So, I am doing tarot card readings. Okay, I don't know why this pencil is not sharpening right. Maybe I'm not in the right one. But I do like to come over here, and I do have bills to pay, so... I mean, what do you got to do on your weekend except for be bothered by crazy people? I do have a funeral to go to Wednesday. Alright. I will with my unemployment case schedule Friday. Do you want a reading on your unemployment case? Or energy reading? More like? I notice when I say reading, a lot of people around here think they're Jesus or God or something. And they could tell you exactly what's going on, but I can, if you want, I can give you an energy reading on that. Oh, okay. Oh, well, happy birthday, Sammy. Finally, an easy name that I can actually pronounce. Happy birthday, Sammy. And my birthday's coming up April 16th. But yeah, I gave one crystal I had, my chakra crystal, went to my one resident. She's, what is this? Can you give me a, yeah? If you want a shout out, I can give you a shout out. Ladybug. I like that. Well, I give a shout out to Ladybug. I like the name. It's very happy and positive. But yeah, I gave my one crystal to my one resident because she had all hope by seeing her dead father next door and her two husbands. She wasn't like divorced or anything. It's just they died and type thing. And she asked me for a reading. I told her I didn't know. I didn't know, but I said I could tell you what I see, and I seen her dead foster father that was like a father to her, and I said I don't know, see him as a father, but he's like a father, and she knew exactly what I was talking about. So I ended up giving her my chakra crystal, then I gave her my evil eye because they keep moving around because they're making a memory care unit, and they're the worst moving company there, literally. People lose like sometimes half their shit. And it's always something that was personal and important that could be overlooked. And they're moving like 10 people at a time to get this unit going. This is why I don't want to be there Monday through Thursday. These are stressful times in nursing. So I'm good. I'm good with just my Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at Hell House and getting the hell out. All right, you got for your unemployment case, you got a new moon eclipse, which means powerful change. And then you got a new moon in Leo. And you got a void course moon. And the new moon in Leo, obviously, powerful change means powerful change. Then you got a new moon in Leo, which means talks about confidence and believing in yourself and things of that such, because we all know lions they kind of are all full of themselves at times, and they protect their pack till the death. The void of course moon could go both ways. It just means a decision swaying one way or another. When you do go for this unemployment case, I do see a delay. And it's going to be stalled because they're going to find something that is going to hold you back. And you're going to have to go back for some reason. So, all right, Chong, they're shoveling, okay? Chong! Chong, they're allowed to go shovel. It's snowing, okay? They can't even get outside. It's so bad. But I'm not saying you're not going to get it, but I'm saying it's not going to happen Friday. And things in this nature always get delayed. All the time. Oh, you're welcome. So, it's not saying you're not going to get it. I'm just saying that maybe just be prepared for one more asinine thing that they might be trying to hold you back with. So, I'm sorry. I feel bad. But this is sometimes how the legal system goes. The longer they can delay it, the longer they don't have to pay it. That's how the government goes. So, but yeah, she said that, and then she kept asking me about walking, which in my line of work, walking and getting out of there is the most important thing. Sadly, I didn't see her walking for a while. I mean, she almost died. But I did tell her that I seen her walking, but it was going to be a hard road. She could barely move her legs. She was able to move them a little bit, but I just said it's going to be hard. You're going to be here a while, and I didn't see what she wanted me to see, but I told her the truth, and I gave her the evil eye because it does protect you. But like I was telling her, okay, what is this here? Do you get visions of or feelings on these readings? I do. I do get them. A lot of times when I get readings, sometimes I just get. I don't know. My sketch just went away. I hate this computer. Okay, there, come back. I do. I get I usually see. I'll see like one or two things. What I seen with the court case was paperwork, and I seen a guy with a suit saying that all the paperwork wasn't in order, talking to the judge. I see a glimpse. I see glimpses of the future sometimes, but I don't see the whole thing, which doesn't mean it's bad or good. It just simply sometimes just shows me there's a delay or something. Then sometimes I'll like see an argument or something, But all people arguing is, and you got to, and I'm a human being. Just because, just because I died and went to ICU doesn't mean I'm not a human being. So I see these things and I understand as a human being, people say things and things go on. So, but I did have a vision of an apple and a snake, and a snake wrapped around an apple, but it was an Egyptian snake. And I talked to my one spiritual friends, and she says it means something, and I don't know what it means, but I seen this here, and it's kind of like the layout of what I seen, but it has different hieroglyphics. I seen something like that in my dream, and it has been haunting me for like 3 days. I don't know what it means, but it's something Egyptian. So I'm sketching it out for my friend because I do sometimes get these. That's where all my paintings come from. They're in my head. Sometimes they're just, my friends just ask me to draw them things. Sometimes it goes like that, but this is a dream that's been haunting me. And I look up these sketches because it's something of the layout of what I seen in my dream, and then I add my own stuff to it. As my mother-in-law puts it, she acts like it's always cheating, and I said it's really not cheating. I said you have to know the layout before you shade it and kind of manipulate it to what you've seen. But I mean, any apple I draw is going to be different from an apple that someone else draws. It's just life. But people that don't sketch and really don't understand art don't really understand this sometimes. And she's 75 years old, so it is what it is. But I don't know what kind of symbolic meaning it is. I think it represents something. I know it's the Catholic meaning is sin, but I think it has a more prolific meaning. And I keep having this dream. And generally, when I have these little dreams and I sketch these things out, sometimes they're not meant for me. Sometimes they're totally meant for other people. So a lot of times because I don't really have any sins on my plate. And I know this because when I died, there was no sins on my plate, and you see all your sins when you die. You really do. You see them all. And I really don't have any sins. I was a victim of sins, but I don't have any. I mean, things that they say that you did, like if when you're Catholic and they'll say you sinned because you took God's name in vain and all that, those really aren't sins. As long as you said them, like if you was just angry and said like, Jesus, it got mad and said Jesus Christ, but then you felt bad about it later, that really isn't a sin because later on you felt bad about it. I mean, this is how these kind of things run. I mean, Catholics believe one thing, but honestly, in this world, let's say your dog was doing something crazy. It happens. And let's say you accidentally hit him or just something like that, and then you feel bad about it later, and you really didn't hit him that hard, but you felt bad. That just means you're a good person. And you don't have, and that's not a sin, because if you're not doing it on a daily basis and it was a one-time thing and you realized what you did was wrong and you're fixing it right away, it just means you were stressed for the moment, and everybody makes mistakes. Everybody. But it's the people that admit their wrongs and turn it around that the light favors. And Yeah, I've done probably a couple hurtful things, said some things to my mom when she was alive. And a little before my mom died, we were kind of arguing a little bit. And I felt bad about it for a lot of years. That's why I always say don't try to say things you'll regret to people, because you never know when they're going to drop dead. And if you're not in touch with that kind of world, you're really not going to be able to have your last words. And how are you supposed to believe just anyone that says, I see your mom or I see blah, blah, blah? Because you can't. And these are hardcore facts, because my one friend from work, the resident friend I made, she told me she goes to the Goddess Elite. And I go, oh, because it's a spiritual shop. And I was like, I am pretty much Goddess Elite. She goes, what do you mean? I was like, I go, it's a cool store, but I do these things on my own. So, because you don't know who's reading you, you don't know sometimes their full intentions. And that's the thing. All right, I'm going to make the snake's head right here. Because when I seen it in my head, the snake was close to the apple, like it was trying to eat it, but it didn't bite into it yet. I don't know what the hell that's supposed to mean. It's a scary thing to have to dream about and look at. But yeah. And I just tell you guys these things because I feel like I should try to give you meaning and definitive meanings, because sometimes just sharing the love about things in general and letting people and kind of letting people know about things that you've experienced is something that the light likes, because we're not supposed to be doomed because we cursed somebody, or let's say we killed someone in self-defense. Sometimes I don't know why, I'm not God, but sometimes these things are kind of meant to happen for a reason. Even sometimes when people die. My mother was meant to die, probably so I could help people. And I've made peace with it. I really have. See, in my vision, there was all of these triangles. And there was a gold and black snake. I don't know what's up with these triangles, but there was triangles. So I'm trying to get these in. Oh, Karan, how are you doing? I haven't seen you in a while. How will my remaining days of... All right. Are you still struggling with these business ventures of yours? I'm trying to bring out a vision of a snake that's with hieroglyphics that's been in my damn head for 3 days. I got this so far that's been in my head. I got the upside down here. I think you guys can see it. I got the upside down triangles. It's just weird. I don't even know hieroglyphics, but like these things just keep coming in my head. And I'm sitting there trying to work, and these things, the snake and apple, just keep coming up. I don't know what it means. Maybe it means something for somebody here. I don't know. But I will see how your business ventures in your February will be, Miss Karan. All right. You got a new moon for your main energy field, which is good. Let's talk about new starts, new beginnings, leaving past behind, and ugly things, and the exchange of dark energy for light energy. Because what we call good and evil is just dark matter and light matter. That's all it is. It doesn't have any defining defining religious meaning. And it's actually been scientifically proven by physics that there's dark matter and light matter. But all the energy in your sector for February is in a new moon, which means all of your dark energy that's surrounding you is going to change into light matter. And you have a wax crescent moon and a cardinal moon. And a crescent moon just talks about when you have new beginnings and this white matter starts moving in and dissipating the dark matter. The thing with a crescent moon is it goes through a cycle, Karan. It doesn't happen right away because in basic quantum physics, the same equal amount of time it took you to get to a certain point is going to take it time to circulate to get around and start again for another focal point, because that's what the universe does. And you have to go in a complete circle. But your circle's almost ending with this current. It really is. I see it. What I see a man in a gray suit that is trying to help you with financial matters and kind of trying to get your life together. And he's trying, and I see this man as someone that's been trying to assist you for a while, but he hasn't been able to get anywhere because of a lot of paperwork. That's what I'm seeing here. And the wax crescent moon is when you have a really dark matter cycle. I like to call it dark matter. I don't like to call things good or bad. When the dark energy starts going away, it has to be done a certain way or it's never going away. That's the thing with dark matter. And you have to feed into the good. And the only way to feed into the good is with hope. And however you translate hope, the white matter needs a connection. So you either have to tap into it with a crystal or a prayer. It's kind of like that. I don't know why. It's just it is. And that's how it connects with you. And then you got a cardinal moon crown, and it's talking about making the first move and taking chances. I feel that when this guy in this light gray suit approaches you and talks to you about a plan, about your future endeavors and stuff, I mean, that would be the one I'm seeing that you should trust. But there's one in a black suit. And the black suit one is kind of iffy. And when this event happens, you should trust the one in the white gray suit. Don't The one in that black suit just seems like he's a little bit of an asinine, so I wouldn't trust him. He has dark energy. He's all, and it's not because he's evil and it's not because of anything like that. He's angry. And he's harboring a lot of dark matter. And you don't want it. You don't want that in your life. If you harbor dark matter, people like this don't really realize kind of what they're doing, but they can bring dark matter around you without even knowing about it. Yeah, you can ask a question. I don't charge for these things. I mean, the universe didn't. There was no cover charge on my credit card when it gave me little vision. So I don't know. You'll see them. That's all I know is I just see men in a suit. Maybe it's in the future, Karan. I'm not sure. I think this is going to happen in a business endeavor. They look like powerful businessmen to me. But then anybody that is dealing with lots of money and things like that remind me of powerful businessmen. So just keep that in mind too. But I think it's going to be when you meet these guys when it's something to do with your business. I mean, it could be a month off or something, but I do see something happening for you. Sometimes these things happen. I didn't think I was going to be here and getting close to being monetized. Who knew that this would happen to the crazy Tara lady? Who knew? I mean, who knew? I didn't ever knew. I didn't even know I could draw until my dead mother was up here telling me I should draw while I'm talking. So, and who knew? And I knew too, people would believe me that my dead mother talks to me because a lot of people think I'm strange. I mean, I was always compared to like Wednesday on the Addams Family. And in a lot of ways, I can relate to that character. I really can. This is almost looking like a shield. Because who knew I had all this in me? Who knew? Because in my first marriage, I came out of an abusive marriage. It was more mental abuse, and then towards the end, it got to physical. And my ex-husband used to tell me all the time that I was crazy. And then he turned the kids against me and said I was crazy. So I turned against a lot of these things because he had the kids thinking that I'm crazy all the time. And then I got real sick and I didn't want him in my ICU room. And I guess I found God, you could say. And I found my mother. I found them both. And it was that day I was saved. It was that day where my anxiety went, and the one person that I thought I loved and I had nobody, I had her again. So maybe I was meant to die. Maybe I was meant to go through what I was going through to tap into having her around, because who knows what kind of crazy shit I'd have done if she wasn't watching over me now. I mean, who knows? These things happen. I accept things like this, and it gives me a lot of. It makes me feel good to know I can help others. As if you can help other people, it's nice, because when you felt a lot of pain in your life and seen a lot of darkness, sometimes you want to help people that see that the darkness are victims of the darkness, I like to call them. So here, how do you cope with tension? Oh, I ended up eating a steak from a restaurant. And I liked rare meat at the time. I loved rare meat. And I wanted only to eat my meat rare, and they made it so rare I had a parasite that was growing in me. And I refused to go to the hospital because even though I'm a part of the medical community, all the same, I hate the doctors. So my older son came by the house and he asked me how I'm feeling. I said, I'm all right. And I was laying on the couch. And he told me, he goes, oh, we'll walk around and all this crazy stuff. So I walked around and I was having pains in my stomach. My son picked me up like I was my son at that time, he was like 21, my older son. And he picked me up like I was a sack of potatoes, like he was in the damn Navy. Put me in his car and told me I was going to hospital. And I got there, he stood in the hospital, and then he called Rob. and told Rob that he was staying there, and he wasn't gonna let me, because I was fighting with the hospital. I told him that I already know you can't keep me. So my son called security and told security that I was trying to dodge out of getting out of the hospital. So that's what he did. And he sat there and he stalked me and would not let me leave, and alerted all the security. They put IVs in me and did some tests and said that I needed to go. And I was like, where? Because I'm going home. And they said ICU. And I was pissed. And then my son came back there and said that he's not letting me leave. So I ended up there, and they found it, and it was, I guess, since I didn't go to the hospital for so long, they couldn't identify what kind of parasite it was, but it wasn't of the United States. So I don't know where the hell they got that meat from. But my son literally stood there. He made me literally talk to these a-hole doctors. And that's how I ended up dying, because they gave me all this stuff. And then they decided they're going to be experimenting on me because they had no treatment. So obviously, when you go and get these treatments, sometimes, a lot of times, they're not approved by the FDA and yada, yada, yada. So I went ahead and they asked me if I wanted to do this one treatment, and they said there was 20 people that had it, and 15 people died. And they said it was because when they give you this experimental treatment, if you had a lot of health problems, it interferes with all your other medicine. But it could bring you back, and if it doesn't bring you back, it just kills you. So I said, you know what? It's not like I'm afraid to die. Let's go for it, because Brandon was being a pest. This is what he does best. Brandon could be a pest, and he likes to be in your business, especially when it comes to medical issues. So I went ahead and I got it done. I was like a size 4 coming out, because you couldn't eat with it. Thank God I was like a little heavier, because I lost, like, I don't know, it was like a size 8 or 9, and by the time I came out of ICU, it was a size 4. But I didn't eat for about 2 weeks when these treatments were going on. And I was weak as hell, but I left the hospital. And the treatment did work, but they said that they weren't sure. They said it has long lasting effects that'll bring you 20 years back. So it was then that, when I flatlined twice with this medicine. So I did die, but I came back each time after the medicine would give out. So, and I didn't know that I flatlined, which was weird. When you die, you really don't know you're dying. It's real peaceful, and it doesn't hurt for a minute. It really doesn't. And it's nice, and you don't even realize you're dead. That's the crazy thing. I didn't even realize I was dead until I seen my mom, and my mom's like, you got to go back. And at that point, you're just chilling. You're just straight up chilling when you're dead. And I was like, I don't want to go nowhere. I just want to stay here with you. I go, is it that damn important? I go back, we can just hang out. And my mom's like, I'm sorry, but we can't, because I missed her so much, and that's really the one person I wanted to see the most when I died. So that's kind of how that happened. And then ever since then, and that ICU thing, that I've seen her all the time. And I'm grateful. I'm very grateful that I get to see my mom. Don't I'm not ungrateful about this. I don't want to come off ungrateful, but sometimes it would be nice to actually go to the ice cream store with her, or go to the store with her, or call her. But some people don't even get that. So I sympathize a lot with the dead and the people that have lost people. That's why I give them crystals. And I don't charge, because the universe doesn't charge you money when they're trying to help you out. So who am I to charge anybody? Okay, I got this because this apple has a lot of dimensions. This would probably be a longer stream because this is going to be a real intricate painting that's in my head. There really is a lot to it. So, and this was kind of like the layout that was in my head. So, I'm going to have to go with this one and then just put this hieroglyphics that I see. Well, that's how I died, and it brought me and Rob a lot closer. It brought me a lot closer to life in general. It made me realize where I am in the universe and where we are as a people in general in the universe, because you see the universe as what it is when you die. And it's amazing. I mean, it really is. I mean, you really can't see. I mean, I was shown the universe because I've always been very curious, and maybe the God that's out there, whether you want to believe it's the Catholic God or whatever, but that light God showed me a lot of stuff. And that light God got a lot going on. He really does. He's pretty damn awesome. And I like to call him the light God because in my journey through death, I found out that he's here for everybody, and everybody calls him a different name. I called him God. Some people call him Allah. So, I mean, there's a lot of different meanings for him. And he literally is there for everybody. That's the crazy thing about it. He really really is. He's there for every single person and every single living being thing. And it's not even a he that entered that, and it's all that white matter in the universe. That's why I say it's so scientific. And the way I seen God was through science when I died. I did not see him as a prophet. I seen him as just a scientific white matter force that controls life and everything. And it really is truly amazing. Now, I don't know. I'm not saying I had a spiritual experience from God. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. But I did see things that, and it was so much different than the book, than the science books. It was very pretty. The universe, I seen dark rainbows through the universe. I seen light rainbows. I seen planets that were once gone that came back. I seen a lot. So, and I appreciated all of the different all the different things that this light god had given to the universe. And then I realized maybe he showed me that because he doesn't want people to destroy all of his good work. I mean, if you think about it, we are very unique. I was even shown other beings, and really none of them that I seen, they kind of looked different, and I was real confused. But these beings, they had life. I mean, they didn't look like us. They looked different, but there's variety in this universe. And I seen them. Some of them had dark matter. They were just like us. And it really renewed my faith in people. It really did. And I think this drawing is starting to come along. So you got this so far. I like the apple in threes because three is a obviously it's a prime number. We all know this through math, but three is a big thing. Because when I died, I found out that there's three powers that always come that is for life, and God runs in threes. I did learn that in my journey. That's why they always through religion talk about a trinity, and it's because he runs in threes. And everything that represents God is about threes. And I will tell you that. And this is absolutely true. So there is a trinity out there, and there's several trinities, not just one. There's a lot of different life. There really is. So, and maybe the light God, there's a reason that we don't see certain beings that he created, and I'm not trying to look for aliens and stuff like some people are. If I was meant to see them and we were meant to be around these beings, we would already be there. So from what I'm telling you guys, it's just better to he wants us to fix ourselves and not hurt the environment and not hurt animals. And he is a love God. He loves us. He absolutely loves us. Cuz I felt total love. And I think he just sends more people than just me that have near death experiences. There's a lot of people he sends back. And these people that get sent back, they think they're crazy, PTSD, and just a lot of things. There was a lot of times I thought I was mad. Because once you see this kind of energy, my friends, it opens up your eyes. And you feel humbled. Because the universe is it's gorgeous. It's beautiful. Even in all of its chaos. It's gorgeous. I seen things in space that fell apart and came together. I even seen black holes. That's kind of how a lot of time God works through black holes. He sucks things in through these black holes and brings them out when he wants. He works through black holes. And that's how he kind of moves about with these portholes. It's the only thing that could support a wormhole is a black hole. The energy on that, the vacuum in a black hole is so strong. We couldn't get in a black hole, period. And I will say this, I don't care what kind of technology you have, you're not getting through a damn black hole. It's not happening. I mean, any scientist out there that's working on getting in a black hole, it will never happen. And that's it. Because God don't work that way. He has his little secret things. And I'm okay with him having secret things because there's a lot of stuff going on out there. And if that's what he wants to protect me from, some of these things that I know that I would never make it to and I would die before I got there, I'm okay with it. I'm absolutely okay with it. But yeah, we are, and it's true, we are not alone. And God does speak to us through religion, depending on what region you are, what sector you are in. Because there's a lot of sectors. Because God runs in sectors. He that energy. I like to say he because I was raised Catholic, so it's out of habit that I say he, but it's not nor he or she. I like to say he because that's how I identify him as the this power. But it was obviously when I came back, I was able to see things. And after going through all this and not dying and being chosen to come back and live for a little bit, they was saying probably about 100. I think it's something like 100 years I'm gonna live, something like that. And that's long enough, trust me. That is long enough. By the time I get 80, I'm going to be tired. And how many sketches am I going to be drawing by that time? And then by that time, hopefully, I rallied up enough people to give a shit about the environment and actually care about humanity because I do feel strongly about humanity. And I would like to know that before I leave this earth, people aren't torturing people and dogs and animals in general. I would like to know this, but will it happen? I don't know. I really don't. But I'm going to try my darndest to do this. And I will. And however far I get, that's why I always say money does not matter. It actually makes you more, in the light god's eyes, responsible. If you have a lot of money and you do nothing to try to help your fellow man, he doesn't really like that. You were given an opportunity in this lifetime, in his opinion, to do something with the money, which he likes. Whenever somebody has money, they don't want you buying. I don't think he really gives a shit like if you want to buy like one or two purses. But the light god does not like when you get a lot of money and you don't do anything nice to try to make the population better and you hurt the things he created. I did see that. He really does not like racism at all. Not even a little bit. I think he hates that the worst. I got that definitive meaning from him, from that white matter. Anybody who has hurt somebody because of their skin color or hurt a child, these are the things that really upsets him, I guess, the most, because we are his children. And when one child murders another child, he doesn't like it. This is why I try not to give in to too much, I guess, vengeance. I mean, he forgives some people, but some people he really doesn't. And the thing is that we all are going to die, and it is a beautiful experience if you're on the good side of God. And even if you think you're on the good side of God, sometimes you're really not, because he could be pretty nasty at times. See, the snake that I seen in my visions was black and had these triangles all over him in his scales. So I'm trying to represent that, and I guess it comes through these trees. All right, let me read this. Go on the back of Revelation. It says his hair looks like it's made of wood, skin and bronze. His eyes are deep brown too. There, there was that. Okay, wild person is. Oh, did you get your question in there, Queen? I was talking about all about ICU and stuff. Just put it in again, so I don't have to keep going in there. Yeah, there's a lot of versions in there. I don't know what is up with this triangle. It keeps in my head, this damn triangle. And this damn snake with wood going through it just keeps coming in my head. So, okay, here. Okay, that was here, and there's another wood here. Yeah, I don't know. There's a very I feel like there's a strong presence with the Middle East and America for some reason, which the light for some reason represents. I think maybe the religions are maybe like closely related, or there are certain areas that are holy that's important to him for some reason because they are extra holy regions. The one that I mean, I don't want to mispronounce the name of it where that stone is that I can't think of right offhand. That's a very strong spiritual area that's important to the light god. And for some reason, the light god's interested in is wherever the ley lines are in Rome. I can tell you that. He takes special interest in Rome and the Middle East. I seen that when I died too. I don't know why, but this is what he does. It is absolutely what they kind of call for here. So I don't know what that means, but I do know that it has to mean something. This is why, I don't know why people argue so much because I feel that if we kind of came together and I guess try to get along and put our differences aside, I would think that we would see just how alike we are in different definitive meetings because obviously if you're born in one area you're going to see things a little different. If I was born in the Middle East I would see things different than I see things now. I wasn't meant to be born in Middle East, or the light god would already have me being Middle Eastern. I mean, it's I would be of Middle Eastern descent and that's just it. So that I mean, but you can't discard people like if that God created people from Africa also. He created everything. So everything's important to him, but there's certain regions that have ley lines and energy things, cycles, and it's where that one stone is in the Middle East is one huge one that God's interested in, and Vatican City, Rome, right where the Pope's at. And I mean, I don't know enough about I don't know enough about the religion of the Middle East. And I would never try to chop it up or anything because I don't speak of things I don't know and act like I do. I wouldn't do it. But I do. There is a huge presence in Vatican City. I don't know why they have bones of saints and dead bodies over there, but maybe there's a reason for their little graveyard. There could be. I don't know. So I couldn't tell you. Oh, you posted it. Okay. All right. You got Will Chris contact me if I don't contact him? Eric is the mentioned. Okay, I could do that for you. All right, here we got this. I've been trying to get in these pencil drawings. I figured why not try to do a pencil drawing. I do all this painting, but maybe a pencil drawing would kind of be fun. It seems like all these artists do that. So, and I can get all the details of my dream out in this. This pencil drawing is probably going to take me forever. I still might put a little color in it because I can't stand things with no color. It drives me insane as an artist. I hate it. But I can tell you these truths about that, and that's why I say you should respect everybody, even any stray animal that comes along. Feed them, try to help them. Because most likely that's the light God testing you to see if you're a good person. And He tests you through random people and animals. I do know that. And I'm always trying to save an animal, so that's probably why the light God likes me. And I respect all life, even spiders. At work, when they try to kill a spider, I put them in a cup and I put them back outside. And I'm concerned about the spider's life. And my coworkers are scared to death wanting to kill the spider, and I will not kill the spider. It's just how I am. And maybe the light God knows this. I couldn't not tell you, but maybe He reads your soul. All right, you got Queen, a full moon in Sagittarius for the main energy cycle here. And this just talks about the bigger picture. There's some kind of, I feel there's something going on with this guy where he's more indecisive for some reason about something. And he's not being completely honest. I feel like for some reason he's not, and I don't know why. And then you got the new moon eclipse surrounding this energy and talking about, and this just talks about powerful change. Then you got a void course moon, and that just, a void course moon just talks about setbacks, and and it could be an end of a situation. It could be either or, because anything can recycle. There's some kind of confusion going on with this guy, and some people are completely truthful and they say one thing to your face and a completely other thing behind your back. I honestly, he may contact you, but if he does, I'd kind of be careful about it because it seems like he's unsure because of a situation. I'm not sure if it's a woman or not. I am seeing a woman that he's with, that he does have relations with. I will tell you that, Queen. But you know what? It could just be a booty call. People have these all the time. I don't know why they just do. I couldn't. I don't think I would like having these things all the time, but that's how some people are. You gotta accept that in life. There's poly relationships. There's all kinds of stuff, and you gotta respect everything. I don't think he's in a committed relationship, but he is getting some kind of booty call. So that's why he's more forthcoming. And people that are like this are usually standoffish because they're not sure kind of how they want to do things. I mean, Wiz Khalifa and all these rappers all the time have these relationships. They're a part of the new thing. And it's not a sin to have many wives or many husbands. We got to respect that also. So if he is one of these people that enjoy having other relationships and people and seeing where things go, I mean that's how some people are. I feel he has highly sexual vibes. He's peaceful. I feel he's nice, but he just has high sexual vibes. So I don't know. I'd be kind of careful with that if you kind of feel weird about that, because these kind of people eventually would want more than just you. They're gonna want someone else too. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with having that as long as there's an agreement. So, all right. His skin is, I'm just kind of drawing the triangles. I keep seeing triangles. I don't know why. I keep seeing these triangles and it's driving me insane. And it was all over the snake's skin. All these triangles. All right, this is in here, so I got to do more triangles here. These triangles just represented his skin, and it was. I've never seen a damn snake like this before in my entire life. It was spooky. Well, it's not a bad reading, Queen, but sometimes, the reason why people don't call you back or you don't get with somebody is because maybe the light god knows that you can't handle their energy. I could not handle the energy from somebody that was going all over the place. But possibly someone else could. And more power to them. That's kind of how you got to do things in life, and you don't get hurt as much because you get these expectations. And when you get these expectations, sometimes people can't fit in your bubble like that. And you don't want people to be in your bubble like that possibly don't connect with you like that on that level. And sometimes when you focus too much on something is when it doesn't happen also. So be careful about that. I swear this damn snake skin is gonna take me longer than the rest of this damn sketch. Alright, we got another coil done. There's another one. And I gotta get all the coils that go through this damn wood. Because this was supposed to represent some kind of divinity stuff. I don't know. Oh, and there's snake skin that goes here. Oh, great. Alright, this was here, and this connected here, and this last part was when the skin comes this way also. So I got another one here. Alright, more triangles, my friends. More damn triangles. These triangles are driving me damn nuts. Alright. It is a very cool drawing. What it means, I could not tell you. I'm going to show it to my friend Jessica. Maybe she can interpret this damn thing. She said it's probably important. Which it probably is, honestly. Because I don't remember, I'm not used to drawing snakes. I like anime. I enjoy anime. Now that is just something I just do because I like. Something like this is something I absolutely see, and that's it. I would not go out of my way to draw something like this. I like to draw fun things, and this is far from a fun thing to draw. But what are you going to do? Obviously, it was meant to be drawn today for somebody or something. I don't know. But I'm just tired of looking at it in my dreams. Tired of it. This is how the light god gets me to draw these things all damn time. And I think they're crazy and stupid, but apparently the light god doesn't. So here I am drawing a snake with triangles. I try to enjoy my life and give hope to people, maybe give them a crystal or two if it makes them feel good. And this is how I like to live my existence. But sometimes you gotta do other things. I'm getting there. I didn't know how detailed this would take. I'm not even close to the second layer of getting this done because I go through three layers. My friend and that I work with, her daughter goes to art class, and she's much younger than me. Her daughter's like, I don't know, she got to be like 19. Yeah, she's like 19, and she goes, "Oh, you're supposed to draw in circles and that," and she was, and I guess I'm doing all this ass backwards. I told her that she's my friend's mini me, so I told her I was like, "Well, the only way I can do it is when I envision something, I just kind of layer it out in my own way." And she says that I'm doing it different than anybody else, and she takes this art class, so. And she watches all these different paintings, and I made them a painting for their house. It was the one on the community board with the tulips and those damn butterflies. I made that for them because they like my art, and I've known her for a long time. I call my work hell house because every time I go to leave and I find a better job, it was at first it was over health insurance, the fight with my HR. So I go down there because like I already called the other facility. I just need to know how to cash out this and that, get all my stuff I've been working for done, and blah blah blah. That I'm going to be leaving this popsicle stand. Then they tell me they got United Healthcare Blue Cross Blue Shield. I'm like, I'm thinking, F my life. I am just never getting away from this place. It was just like, and then I showed him my shoe because I have to get my other toenail taken care of, and I said I'm only could wear this pair of purple shoes. So of course my HR person's looking at me. She goes, "Well, they're nice shoes." I was like, "I know," and I told her, "I know, Carol, but sometimes I would like to wear my other shoes." And we had a conversation about shoes for about an hour, and it was crazy. I'm gonna try to look at his eyes. He don't have no damn eyes. Well, I swear there was eyes to this damn snake. All right, well, I guess it's a snake with no eyes. I was seeing. I don't know how this is good at all, but I feel like this should have a little eyes. This guy did have an eye, but it's not portraying it in this, but it's okay. All right. And it had a lizard tongue. When I seen it, it was a lizard tongue, and it did have eyes. All right, it's a side view here. I seen it totally different. I really did. So we're getting that in here. It was almost like a serpent. It was like totally different than anything I've ever seen. So I'm gonna draw out his face the way I seen it in my vision. And here we go. All right. All right, and then a spot here. Alright. See, this is how I seen it. It's not like this, the way they got this snake portrayed, but yeah, he was almost like he had a different kind of tongue. There we go. Shade up in here. Yeah, here we go. It's looking much better. Now we gotta get the apple shade in here. Here's the finally the snake done. This is how we seen him. It's a snake that does not exist. So I just wanted to let you guys know this is here. Oh, hello. How are you doing? Someone new came. When I crack competitive exam. Oh, okay. Is this to get like an entrance and getting into one of these like medical careers type thing? Exam? Because I've had that before. I get a lot of doctors that come into my site. And I appreciate you guys. You guys are wonderful. Okay, as you know, this is I think like the tree of life over here. Is above is below type thing. How the hell do I dream this stuff? I couldn't even tell you. Alright, I'm just gonna inch that way. Alright, this makes a whole lot of sense, and at least my snake is out of my damn head. But let me get my cards out to help you. Because I need a break from all of the prophetic visions I've been having for damn 3 days. Alright. I'll get the energy on that. I mean, it's always good that people are taking their energy and trying to, for self, evolving. Because we shouldn't worry about how others are doing or whatever. We should be worrying about ourselves and exams and how we're signifying the world. So it's a breath of fresh air that you do all that. It really is. All right, you got in your in this whole energy field, you got a wanting moon. And a wanting moon is just talks about like stress and things like that. And you would have stress because you're trying to get ahead and you're worried about your future. Worrying about your future is a big thing. It really is because your future is always could be changing to the better or the worse. And anyways, you got a new moon in Sagittarius surrounding you and a new moon in Gemini, which is really good. You got, and this is a luck card, the Sagittarius. And like a Wheel of Fortune type thing, like with traditional tarot. But yeah, that you got the luck card. And you got a new moon in Gemini, which just talks about communication, which makes sense when it has to do with like this kind of endeavor. But yeah, I do actually see you doing this exam. I see you stressing over the exam also, but maybe try to relax and try not to overdo it. And I mean, maybe just try to do something relaxing if it's meditating, praying, whatever you want to do. And just give it up to the universe. And as long as I don't see anything negative in here, nothing. I actually see you working really hard and the universe giving it back to you. I honestly see that. And the universe likes things like that, so I wouldn't worry about it because I'm not really seeing anything bad. I'm trying to get his tongue out. He had the lizard tongue. by here. There's his little tongue, how I seen him in my vision here. Oh, hello. How are you? Okay, I thought it was someone else. Never mind. Okay, now, dear God, I got this stuff done. All right, now I gotta shade this little apple this way. I don't know. This damn apple might take me longer than I think. It just might. It's possible that this apple might take like 2 hours. This little painting with the apple and the serpent. Because this is a long sketch. Alright. Got that. And now I didn't see that symbol that they have in there. So on this apple, there was a totally different symbol, which, oh my God, get out of there. All right. But I kind of want to place it like this. It was something I have never seen. So we're going to do that. Bring this out more. Because this is where it got real weird in my dream. Real weird. I just had to see placement of how I can get to this. I mean, this snake is so much different than the one I'm drawing. I mean, I need to know the placement of this guy wrapped around these apples. All right. There was a symbol right in here when I did this, so I'm trying to see the exact symbol. I'm trying to bring it into my dream here. All right. Okay, that was the first symbol right here. It curved around and out. All right. I don't know, all these other things here. I'm gonna just kind of go on my own with this now that I got the placement of everything I wanted. And there's a whole other symbol here, which I've never seen any of these. I don't study hieroglyphics. Not at all. I don't have enough time between sick people and everything else. It would take, I barely got time to come over here sometimes, so. And I still gotta try to do a Snapchat. And get out a video also. Which is gonna be a pain in the booty. Because of the damn snow, but I needed to get this out of my head first before I do any of all that stuff. Because then we're talking 40 shares and of different videos, and there's just a lot of that involved. Alright, I'm just getting this here because there was 3 symbols in this little baby here. Alright. Alright, and then there, let me grab this other one. Alright. Alright, that one right there. I don't know what the heck that means, but if anybody knows hieroglyphics or something, please tell me what this means. Please, please do. Maybe this means I'm dying. I don't know. Alright. Here we go. Yeah, this was exactly how I seen this. I'm so glad I found this one sketch so I could place everything nice. Alright. I'm going to shade this in here a little bit darker. Go around here. Alright. Shade this little area in because these symbols are very important. I could not tell you why. Alright, now I got that. Here's the third symbol that goes on top. Alright, that was it. I'm going to do that a little darker like that and that. I don't know. It looks like gibberish to me. It really honestly looks gibberish to me. But here we go. Alright. That's done for. I don't know. It looks pretty good. I mean, I don't know what the heck it's supposed to mean, but. Alright. Now. I'm going to start all this. I figure I'll do one really big long stream, and then I'm going to try to get Lady done later from Lady and the Tramp. Get that going. So I don't know where I want to go with this yet. I wish I had a gold marker. Let me see what I got here. Alright, I'm just going to go with yellow here. It's amazing what I come up with when I'm dreaming and trying to relax. This is me trying to relax, folks. How the hell this is relaxing? I don't know, but this is not relaxing all the same. Or maybe I'll get me a colored pencil and use that instead and use. I don't want to do yellow with them. I don't want to go that way with it. I just feel it would ruin the integrity of the whole sketch. So I'm going to go with silver. I just hope the silver one still works good. I'm going with my pastels. We're going to go pastels. This is why pastels are my damn best friend. So we're going to start doing this. I'm going to get all my pastel friends out here and start making colors with them. Alright, pastel friends. We need to make some gold. Alright. So I want to go yellow. I want this to be almost like a copper type thing. Because the snake was very beautiful in that kind of way. We're going to layer these colors. I have my set here. I love these damn pastels. They save my life almost all the time. Alright, I'm going to take his skin and start with this. I'm going to layer colors on it. This just needs pastel. So we're going to start layering this out with color. I don't have gold in my pastel, so I'm going to have to just I'm going to have to shade in yellow into this. And since I already penciled it in, I mean, it's okay. I penciled it in dark. There. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do this by sections. Alright, and now go with this color. Because it's not, this snake was not overly dark. It really wasn't. It had different colors, different kinds here. Alright. Alright, do the same thing to this. Because the skin looks good with these two colors together. I like to do this to sometimes to get my colors nice. I'm gonna go with that and with that. And I'm gonna layer this out in pastels, so this is gonna be a very interesting piece. Very interesting at that. And the paint's probably gonna go on the end. Because I like to kind of make it nice and dramatic and pretty. Because I like to make mine very colorful, my stuff. You want that nice outer edge here. This is kind of how I like to do things. And every artist is different, you know? I mean, if you're the kind of artist that likes pencil art, that's totally fine too. My friends, you could do pencil art, you could do it all. This is the kind of art I enjoy doing. Alright, now these browns. Alright, I'm going to do a darker brown with these here. I'm just going to shade in some of these here, the darker brown for the wood. Just like that. I'm going to do that rubber wood. That looks really good like that. To signify, because this guy's scales are going all over the place. They really are. So that looks good. Alright. I'm going to go here, color this baby in. Alright. Same process, my friends. Same process. Everything you do to one side with art, do the other. This is just like math. This is so much like math, it's ridiculous, so. Alright, now we're going to do over here. Alright, where his face is. Right here. I like to do in here first the outside, because when you get all this colored in, I want the inside to be yellow to kind of like get where it's a golden snake. And I want that outside to show those nice copper tones in the snake here. It's a really nice snake. It's really beautiful. It's a beautiful little guy. Alright. Alright, now. Now the symbols, I'm probably glad I'm going to leave them in pencil. I feel they should kind of be separated alone. If anything, it would be a black marker. But those symbols have to stay by themselves. These I want to give the illuminated look of this snake. There you go. Here we go. That's nice. See, a little, because you guys could see there, gives a lot of clarity. It makes it look really pretty. All right, got more work to go up this way. All right. And I like to start with just one sections at a time. Like, I'm really kind of just working on this wood, honestly. Because I feel the wood is just something I just need to work on first. And then I'll take the pastels and decide kind of what I want to do after that. There. Now you want to just shade. Every wood is always kind of shaded a little bit. It gives it character. That's why trees have shadings. And every trait grows different. So you got to signify that in your art. And that you do. Alright. And you keep your same pastels you're using here. Just keep everything the same. And do over here. And I'm not going to end this stream until this guy's done. So I don't sit there and have you wondering in the stream, oh my god, how did that end up looking? I feel when you're on a project, you keep it till it's done. This is the way life is supposed to be. And it would drive me nuts, like a to be continued thing. Or look at the comments below, or this or that. Those things drive me crazy. They really do. I hate those. So I wouldn't do that to you guys. I mean, I already knew I was going to have a stream that was going to be a minute. So I already came in here and knew that I was investing time in this one. So I'm okay with it. All right. All right. There you go. That one is just a little bit dark for that piece of wood. All right. All right. Good God. All right. Now, got a little more tree branch work this way. I'll get my green pastels out for this. Now, alright, I think I'm ready for something else. I think my snake is finally done. But I didn't shade this in. I like to equal out the sides. Like if I have one side here that's shaded more outwards, I'm gonna make sure all of these equal out nice. Okay, there we go. We're good now. Alright, that was the other side of this. And then I'm done with that pastel. Alright, now going with green. Sometimes it's way easier to stick with one color, friends. It really is. If you feel like you're struggling a little, it could be because you're trying to deal with too many colors at the same time. And you're going to overexhaust yourself. I'm going to shade these little leaves. I just take the sides and just do gentle shadings because you already shaded with your pencil. So it's going to look good either way. You're just accenting kind of what you already did. Alright. And I'm getting all the green, nice, pretty green leaves in here. And I'm just doing gentle shadings. That's it. Nothing too drastic. Sometimes if you do, when you're layering like this, sometimes too much isn't good. You want not to have too much involved. Just enough, but not too much. Just that gentle accent that says, oh, look what she did. Oh, I see this, I see that. You want to see the pencil, you want to see the pastels, you want to see it all. And you want the pastels to just kind of highlight everything you worked with some pretty color. Whoever invented these things, thank you. Whoever thought of making these. Because they are wonderful. And I am eternally grateful to them for coming out with them because I don't know if I would be able to draw and get everything I like out there well without the invention of these. And I'm being totally honest here. Alright, now there was specific color to flowers in this visionary painting I got going on. One was blue. Over here was blue. So let me get this blue in. Alright. Yeah, that was blue. Every color was of the flowers were a little different. Alright, one was blue and one was purple. Chong, if you gotta go, go. Okay? We're gonna get there. Well, he's just sniffing around. It's so damn cold, I had him go on the puppy pads this morning. It was, when it's this cold, you don't want to have your dog sitting there suffering outside, so I don't care. These things don't bother me. You're okay, Chong. I'll pick it up. You're alright. that. Alright. And then there was a pink one. Alright. Alright. Alright, now I am just going to pick this up from my diaper genie real quick and get back to the painting that drives me nuts. So just give me 5 seconds to pick this up. Alright, hang on, Chong. I'm gonna pick this up. We're gonna get out there, okay? I'm almost done, folks. You're okay. I'm almost done with the stream, Chong, and then we're gonna go outside. You already did your business, so. Okay, I'm back. I have a diaper genie. In this bad weather we got, and it's really bad weather. I let my dog. I put some puppy pads on when I'm streaming, and if it's icy or really horrible outside, and he got to go, I do not make my dog hold his poop. I will not, never have. I feel it's inhumane to do these kind of things. I bought a diaper genie. And I use it for my dog. For my good old dog. Alright, now I'm going to make shade in these apples. Like that. These apples I want to do the shading, and I'm absolutely going to leave the hieroglyphics, whatever that was in my head. I'm going to leave these there and the pencil. And you just take lines, and I kind of want everything going this way with the shading on this apple. So I got a nice little shading to make it look cool. Because each apple had some kind of letter. Alright, now I'm going to do the second one here. I'm going to shade them all going up this way. I feel it's a better practice. very nice. So I got these two apples shaded together here. So that one really, I don't know, it just was a circle. The beginning and the end of the apple was here. So that one really isn't the apple. And shading is very important. I will reiterate with that. These things that I've been drawing when I first started 6 months ago is not good. They were okay, but they got better when I got better with shading. You must shade. Must. If it's with a pencil, a pen, a marker, it really doesn't matter, but you must shade. Because shading is so important when you're trying to get a picture out. It really is. Shading, I think, is like your most important thing that you could do, period. Okay. I'm going to strengthen these a little bit around here. Like that. Really good strengthening in the shade. I'm just gonna probably just get this a little better here because I really want these apples to pop out. I feel that the apples are good here. They just need a lot more definition. And then the circle, since I started that, it has to come out more this way. And here, widen this out. I mean, this is all just me widening things out also, so. Alright. This has to be widened out because everything else has been widened out. And it just looks silly if it's not. Just make this a little bit on top here. Because you can widen things out, make them a little bigger. Because the top of this apple, I feel, should be a little bigger. In definition with all this other stuff. So we kind of widened everything else out, so we gotta show the same treatment to this guy on top. Alright. Oh, we got that done now. Now, I'm shade in some black now. We're gonna make this dark. The edges here. Frame it in. Let's light shades of black. Start with light shades of black here. Because I really want this to come out nice. Right in here. Like that. Alright. Yeah, it's coming out nice, finally. I actually feel like I won't dream about this no more. So it's nice with these too if you like have different sections where you have like different things going on. And you got just because I got these different lines I got to be defined here. See this, I'm going to just have a straight line with these because this is supposed to be a certain way. There you go. Just come down with it. Alright, now this gets shaded out more and thickened out here. I kind of want this edge to almost be like it's sitting on a wall. So, almost like a windowsill type thing. Reminds me of like a window to the universe. You want it kind of sitting there like a windowsill type thing, like you're looking into something. So you're widening out these lines here. There you go. Yeah, like a really pretty Victorian style window. You kind of want it like that, the Victorian style window. If I had a pastel that really was thin, I need a real thin pastel. Or you know what? Crayons. I don't know if I got a dark crayon. I just need a real thin shade of something here. And it has to be real pointy and pretty. And really make that pop out. Maybe a color kind of crayons type thing here. I got these 12 colored pencils here. I mean, blue would be alright. Maybe I could do blue in the middle here. I really don't want this symbol messed up. I just can't have the symbol messed up. Because that's probably the most important part of the painting, really, if you think about it. So, this is what we're doing here. Alright, and then carefully going around it with the colored. There we go. Do the same thing here. Alright, and I'm just flaring these out. Out like this. And this just gets nice little flares. Like that and like that. Yeah, it does look better. You see these two symbols I flared out? Those aren't bad. I think the colored pencils was the way to go. So I guess keep them on deck too, if you're a sketch artist. All these can be very handy. Very, very handy. Alright, do this, flare out this side. It can be very tedious, this kind of art. Very tedious and long. Alright. I just enjoy the colors. I might start out with like a pencil on occasion or something, but I like to end up with bringing it to life with some kind of color scheme. Alright, we got that. Kind of brings these symbols out a little bit more. Couldn't tell you what they mean. Maybe if we have some kind of, I don't know, archaeologist that follows me, that would be nice. And right where I did the symbols, I'm going to shade in the windowsill with this. Just going to get shaded with this. So kind of, because I use this to highlight in really good, those symbols. There you go. Go. I'm just gonna keep going around this. This here, and then going around all the little flowers and stuff. So I'm not trying to bother that space. You know, and just this basic pencil here is nice. It just illuminates it a little bit different. Gives it some flavor here, as they say. Alright, and then I'm gonna make the walls here. I'm gonna do the same sketching without here. I guess we're gonna do a painting without using paint at this point. Alright, and the walls to this. I have that. I don't know what color walls I'd have. I don't know, we'll just accent this in brown. Color this in with brown colored pencil here. There we go. There we go. I'm gonna get this background really nice and pretty like this. But I mean, it's almost a 2-hour stream. It's not, I mean, usually I don't have this long of streams. This is a very intricate piece, though. You kind of want to always be giving accent to things. Whatever you want accent, and I'm doing this in colored pencil just so the picture turns out nice. Because you want color layers. You really do. And I just do what method works for me. I really do. I kind of go with it and go, and sometimes it's just like in my line of work when in nursing, one nurse will show you how they do it, and you're going to do it a totally different way, but somewhat the same way. But you're going to get your pills out in a different way, in a different order, because you're a different person than them. And you're not going to do your sketch art exactly like mine or use my techniques, but there might be a couple things where you see that helps you, and you're going to cultivate your own stuff. You're your own person. That's how these things work. Like, I watch other artists, yes. I watch them paint, I watch them sketch, I watch them do all of that. And however way I understand it and works for me is what I do. Don't do something exactly how someone else does it, because if you do, it it'll confuse you, and maybe you got another method that works better for you altogether. And these are things that you got to take in consideration when you're doing any kind of art form, whether it's music, sketching, painting, whatever you do. You show interest and talent in it, watch everybody, yeah, but don't do exactly what they do, and don't try to be everybody. Try to be yourself. Because you should always be yourself in these kind of things. If you're not yourself, then who truly are you? And really, that's a question for, I don't know. This would be a question for you. Alright, I'm going to see how this turns out in the middle. I'm going to do this white. Yeah, I'm just going to sit there with this pencil in white and see what happens. And see if it kind of makes the inside good, because I really don't want a whole lot of color. I just want accent in this middle part. So we're going to use this white. I mean, artists are out there using white pastels, white colored pencils. There's a reason it's in here, so let's see how this goes here. I'm just kind of just cascading this white here. So it kind of looks cool. And I'm moving this here. I'm just literally, because I feel like if it's a windowsill type thing, because it reminds me of a windowsill looking into it. And I'm not doing the inside of the apple. That we're done with. Alright, going around that. Around this guy here. Oh. It actually looks nicer. So if you got like surfaces to fill in and you got a lot of stuff colored in, use your white pencil. It kind of blends in all the other colors along when it's going along with it. Gives it life. I don't know, it's not bad. What it is, it's not bad at all. And I finished it. It only took me, seems like a damn century, but I finished it. And I'm going to come back and do something else, and I'm not going to do the paint. I feel that colored pencils and regular pencil and the pastel did this well, and it was in my head. And if anybody, oh, you like it? Have you have any ideas what hieroglyphics this is? I'm gonna post it. Let me know, please, because I had a dream about this, and I'm not sure what it means, but I could not get this out of my head, and I could not get this out of my head for 3 days. So I am glad I actually got it on paper so I could send it to my friend that can like sometimes decipher some of the spiritual stuff because I sure can't. I could put on paper, she can't draw. But I can get it on the paper, but she literally can interpret it, but she can't. It can't flow through her. It's weird. I don't know, some spiritualists are like this. So we kind of work together. So I'm going to send this over to her. I'm going to put in the community board, but if you guys have your own ideas, let me know. I don't know what this symbolizes. I have no clue what this is supposed to mean. It means something, but I got to take Chong out to the bathroom. I'm going to eat lunch and probably just come back on, and I'll probably do a Snapchat. I did a bunch of shorts from my Google. So you'll probably get a Snapchat, and on the cover of my videos, if you follow me anywhere else, it'll have the painting that I did, and then my video will flow through. So, but I'm gonna put this on the community board, and let me know if you guys have any ideas. If any of you guys study archaeology or something, please let me know, because I don't know what these letters mean. I literally just seen them in my head. So, Lord a bit. Hi, remember me from. I think I do. 8-bit. How you doing, 8-bit? How's your life been? I've been working my ass off. My one friend says that we work in the asylum. I say we work in the bowels of hell. But yeah, I've just been over at Hell House, and then I try to leave Hell House 8-bit, and they laugh out loud. Told me that we now have United Healthcare, Blue Cross Blue Shield, so I can't complain about the health insurance no more. And they showed me my raise. So I guess it is truly Hell House, because I don't know if you've seen that movie. There was a movie of where hell was a vortex and it was a house. And the people that got bothered to the where the house wanted to keep, or that bothered the people that liked it, would kill, or they would go away. They would die or go away, one of the two. And the people they wanted to keep, just little things happened where you couldn't leave. And it was like all the stupid little medical things that don't generally happen, but they're so small and you got to get done happen all at once, so I can't leave. So, yeah, Hell House is real, and it's my work. I don't understand it. I honestly think that I'm in the middle of some kind of time warp there. They showed me my raise, and I only work 32 hours, and I get decent money for what I work, and it's able to cover my expenses. And then the husband works, but it's like, F my life. I had this other job lined up, making more money, blah, blah, blah. They showed me in our little Dayforce thing that I was making really the most money and this and that. And then my one friend, she's getting ready to graduate from, because I don't want to be a nurse. I'd rather be a live streamer. But she's getting ready to be a nurse. And they're going to pay her more than anybody else. Also, so she calls it the asylum. So I guess it could be an asylum / hell house. But yeah, it's been doing well for me. So I'm getting a job soon too, but I might work today. Well, do what I do, Ape. But when you get to work, I don't give a crap about everybody's issues. Say, what is my job today? Do it and leave. And stay out of drama. Because people suck you into drama. They're awful. And that's what they do. Hell House does it all the time. Or if you want to call it Asylum. I tell them, I'm just here to work Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, get money for my bills, go home, and don't call me Monday through Thursday because I'm going to be live streaming on YouTube. And that's it. And I end it there because nursing, yeah, it is a necessary thing, very necessary in the universe. But at the same time, sometimes you need a break, but they have been giving me a break on different units. So they're not trying to kill me. I thought they were trying to kill me because my back went out. Actually, my it was my shoulder when I was lifting a resident, and the one girl goes, "I can't do this," and I ended up spraining my shoulder real bad. So they've been putting me on easier units, and they're trying to work with me. So I guess I can't complain. But yeah, you gotta be careful. Don't get involved with things, and especially people going around not doing their job and have these earbuds in their ears. Stay away from them too, a bit, because people know about it. Management knows about it. And even though they think they're not getting away with it, management's well aware. I don't wear earbuds as I'm half deaf. And I can't hear completely what people are saying. This is why I can't be a musician. So just curious. Do Oh, I do crystal work. I haven't had the money to get, I have had some crystals and I want to get to my little metal pieces, but I do crystal work. I do I make perfume. I like to make things, I like to tinker with things. I knit. I have streams where I did knitting streams, but knitting isn't as popular as it used to be. And you're not being rude. I like to do a lot of stuff. I make my own dog food. So, and I will tell you guys, if you have a big dog like me, I don't care what kind of dog food it is. If you boil it and put their dog treats and stuff in it, and then you get different oils. Like I get the omega-3 fish oil for dogs, and I get the hemp oil for dogs. If you take that and right on the box has, you could put beef base or chicken base, but be real careful about the sodium. But they got this bada bing bada beef, and I put it on there. And as I'm taking his kibbles, and I put it in layers. I put the treats on the bottom that he won't eat, and then put the beef flavored seasoning that the bark bot gives me, and then the food. So, and then I fill it with water, and I boil it. And Chong acts like he went and got a. We went to a restaurant and and had this meal that was expensive, and he licks his chops, and it's the best thing ever. And I just put this omega-3, or you can use the fish oil, the salmon oil for dogs, and you can get on Amazon, but it's pretty good. And you just pump it and put on top the food. And I sometimes mix it with vitamin E oil and vitamin oils. And Chong has never been so healthy. I my one friend that does a lot of dog rescues, she won't give her dog supplements. I take supplements. My ass is sick all the time. I'm on a new supplement. I'll show. I'd like to. On my next stream, I'll show you. But I'm on these different supplements all the time. I take fish oil all the time. I feel we all should take supplements because there's all kinds of different germs out there, folks, every day coming. Everywhere. And it's terrible. So you gotta prepare. So, but I'm gonna get going and I will be back. And I do tinker with a lot of things that nobody else in the world's doing, and I can always share these things. So, and when I come back from this walk, I'll be posting this on my community page. And I will see you guys in a little bit. Because my phone's probably almost dead, honestly. So, I gotta get that charged up. And you guys have a great day.